Why can't you manifest money? Now, obviously, you can. We are capable of manifesting money, but why are you struggling with this? Ultimately, there are many possible answers to that question, but here's one that I think gets overlooked a lot of the time. And it allows us to think about some deeper issues, some deeper blocks, not just with money, but with everything. My name is Ricardo, and I've been studying and practicing the occult for the past 5 years. Okay, manifesting money. This is something that I think a lot of us want to do. I get a lot of comments about it. Not quite as many comments as relationships, which I love to see. But I get a lot of comments about money. People struggle with money. And we've talked about how that can simply be the fact that you don't believe you can have it, because you see a divide between the rich and you, right? You may have a belief that you need to be a bad person to be rich, or you need to be born into it, blah, 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 blah. It's all stories we tell ourselves. It's not reality. It's just stories that we allow ourselves to believe. But let me ask you this. Do you actually want money? Think about it. Don't just say, of course, man. Think about it. Do you want money? Or do you want what money provides? Or do you want money because you've been told to want it? So I was just thinking about this. I'm working through my own stuff. We're all evolving, and I'm thinking, yes, it would be good to have a lot of money so I can look after my family, for example. But then I thought, how will money help me look after my family? In 2 ways. I can buy them the things they need so they don't have to worry. Or, in having money, I won't have to worry about looking after myself. I will be set. My survival will be sorted. And then I can devote more of my time to looking after my family. So you see, it's not money that I want. Money is the middleman. Money is the distraction. Money is the trap. Because now I'm going to be focusing on this thing that I don't actually want. And because I don't want it, I won't be able to get it. See what I'm getting at? Because I have that subconscious block. It's, I want this so I can have that. But I know I don't really want this. That's not what I'm interested in. I want the result of this. I want the result of the money. So ask yourself, what do you want? What will the money get you? I know this is a sensitive topic because so many of us are living in a survival mindset. And the news is reinforcing it. Everything we see online is reinforcing it. Politics, our peers. We're getting constant feedback that we don't have enough, and then it's going to get worse, right? So it makes perfect sense that so many of us are stuck in survival. And look, I know, I'm self-aware. As much as I know that the correct answer is for us en masse to go, well, let's just not worry about it. Let's all commit to saying, fuck the system, fuck money, and we'll do our own thing, right? And that's entirely possible. But that sounds invalidating to a lot of people. It's a difficult pill to swallow. It's a difficult message to sink in. But like I said, all these constant reminders that we don't have enough and that we need money, it's the only way. There was a time before money. We survived. Most of human existence has gone on fine without any sort of fiat currency, right? We can do it again. So we let ourselves get stuck. Understandably, but we let ourselves get stuck in this trap of focusing on the middleman. And we can take this beyond money. Right? You want the relationship. You want someone specific. I get this a lot. This is probably my most common, most frequent comment is people wanting someone specific. What is it about that specific person? What will that get you? They too are a middleman. And as I've said before, this doesn't mean that you can't want things. This doesn't mean that you can't manifest specific things. But they will come as a result. See, you're out here trying to manifest the arrow when you should be trying to manifest the target. I think that's probably the perfect analogy. You want to get to somewhere where you are safe and secure and abundant and thriving and loved. And you may string up a relationship or more income. And we're so focused on the arrow that we completely forget about the target. And what happens when you're not looking at the target? Well, you're not aiming, are you? So you're going to miss. Because energy flows where your attention goes. Is that right? Yes, I think that's right. Whatever you focus on is what will be created. And we see this in the analogy of like riding a bike, or driving a car, whatever. Whatever you look at is where you'll go. So if you're riding a bike and your attention is on the tree right next to the path 5 meters ahead of you, you got to veer into the tree. So don't look at the obstacles. Don't look at the means to get to where you want to go. Remember, it's none of your business how this comes to pass. That's not your job. We place too much importance on this conscious mind, right? But it is only part of what we are and what we're capable of. We know that the subconscious holds all this information, memories that are not at the forefront of our mind 24/7. There's stuff that happened to you 10 years ago that isn't constantly playing over in your conscious mind, but it's in there. And when you need it, you'll be able to pull it up out of the subconscious. Yet we keep letting ourselves believe that the conscious mind is who we are. That is the full extent of our consciousness. But it's barely even the surface. The conscious mind is just the tool. It's the librarian. It's the Google. It's the search engine. But all of our wisdom, all of our knowledge is in the subconscious where we can't see it. And this leads into another point. We are so concerned with seeing the approach, right? This is why we look at the arrow and not the target. If you look at the target, which is like, this is what you're meant to do, if you're, what's the word? Arching? If you're using a bow, if you're practicing archery or any sort of target sport, right? Throwing a ball, whatever. You don't look at the ball, you don't look at the arrow. You look at the target. You look where you're going, not where you are. But the problem is we want to see the approach. It's like, I can't tell you how many times I've asked someone in a coaching session, if I can guarantee that you'll get everything you want in a year, but it's got to take a year, will you commit? And those who say yes, they get there. And unfortunately, some people say no. Because they need to see the progress. They need to watch it happen. But a watched pot never boils. We are not allowed to see the approach. All we're allowed to do is decide what we want and trust that it will come to pass. Commit to it. Pay attention to the target, not the arrow. And allow the arrow to do its own thing. Because once you let go, that's it. You've got no control anymore. So what's the point in looking at the arrow? It does nothing for you. The arrow will get there in its own time. You have to trust the arrow. And that is why a lot of the time we struggle to manifest money. Because it is only an arrow. Nothing more. I'm not going to ask you to like and subscribe because I know you already have. That's the target, right? As always, take what resonates and discard the rest.